Sports. It's in the game.
EA Sports and the PGA Tour proudly present the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. From the home of the PGA Tour, we're at TPC Sawgrass for live second-round coverage of the Sawgrass Invitational. Well, if we see more of what we witnessed yesterday, we're in for a heck of a battle these next 3 days as we show you the current leaderboard here on this Friday. Our leader on this Friday is our featured golfer. He's on top by 1 entering play. Well, that is right and way offline. And that is going to miss the fairway as his opening tee shot is in the rough.
It's okay, not ideal, but manageable from there. Leading is one thing, but hitting iron shots like that lead is going to increase.
A great opportunity here for birdie. Okay, a well-played hole there. It is birdie to kick off the round. And with it, he'll take over the top spot on the leaderboard here on this Friday. Nice scoring opportunity here. 532-yard par 5 second hole, Frank. Considered one of the easier holes on the golf course. What do you think?
Yeah, I think you can just cut this in half. 532 yards divided by 2. Really, it's 2 tee shots over 260 yards. For these guys, nothing more than a 3 or a 4 wood. And that's why all you need off the tee is just a 3 wood with a little draw.
You disappointed if you don't make 4 here?
Not disappointed, but obviously you lose at least half a shot on the field.
Oh, going to be watching this one intently. Well, that one misses the fairway, but Frank, not too bad, so a chance still to get out of the gates, birdie.
Yeah, golf's not a game of perfect. I'm curious on how this second shot's going to be hit, though.
Safely back into the fairway. That was the job at hand, and it's a good end result. And that reasonably well done there. He'll have that first par.
These short chips can get a little squirrely if you don't get them just right. And seeing I'm in the mood for grading, I give it a B+.
Frank, break down the par 3 third for us.
The big ridge in the middle of this green, really you have a front section and a back section. That front bunker, the one that you first see off the tee, that really doesn't come into play. But there's a sneaky one behind the flag and down the left side. Really good par 3.
Now a second to this par 3. This will be a 14-foot putt here. Good effort, but that'll run 2-3 feet past the hole. That one in for a bogey here at the third. And he's going to fall out of the lead, wind up a shot back. Frank, how would you describe the bunker all along the right here at number 4?
Well, it looks like it never stops. It covers really the entire length of that tee shot down the right side.
This one starting a little left off the tee.
After that bogey at the last and finding the rough here, it's going to be time to have a little tap on the cranium and get things in the right place.
Yeah, easy to hit those a little fat. That is on the green, but it is well short. Birdie putt coming up, and we go to Iona Stephen.
Yeah, Rich, this is one definitely to take a run at. Not much movement or slope to speak of at all.
Oh, never a doubt. That one was tracking the entire way. It is in for a spectacular birdie. And fresh off the 65 in round one, he'll move to 1 under for his round today. Fifth hole, good par 4, isn't it, Frank?
If ever a hole was built for Lee Trevino, who used to love to cut it, this would be the hole. It just looks and screams for a shot that's hit left to right. And that's the only way really to avoid bunkers left and long, and that one that's all the way down the right side.
We've already seen some narrow landing areas on these first few holes. Number 5, no different, and that is really a good tee shot there. Kane in the back left today as he'll stare down this second to the par 4. This one's looking good.
It was a good shot coming in here. I know it's a little long, but still inside that 10-foot circle is always good, and even money, really, to make birdie.
Yeah, there's another one. Back-to-back birdies here at 4 and 5. And he's got it to 2 under for the round, 9 under now for the tournament. Another shortish par 4, the 393-yard par 4 sixth. Frank, what's the challenge here?
Well, there's 2 bunkers down the left, but that's not really the problem. If you hug that left side, there's palm trees that come into play on that second shot. Decent break. It finished in the first cut. Another bounce or two might have been in the thicker stuff.
Now this, his second to the par 4 from just off the fairway. That one is really long, Frank. He miscalculated there.
Well, there has to be something. I mean, from where he was, it's just an aberration. Seriously, that little green patch down the end there with a flag in it, that's where you're meant to go. Not like sailing over yonder.
This from 7 feet. Nicely read there. It is a par here at the 6th. And he's going to remain 1 shot off the pace. Seventh hole here at TPC Sawgrass generally plays into the wind, one of the stadium course's most difficult greens to hit, Frank.
It's a really weird tee shot here. You have those 3 little pop bunkers down the right, and then that bunker that meanders once again all the way down the left side. The bunker that's just slightly right of the canal. Very awkward angle off the tee.
No issues here. That is into the fairway. So a breeze at his back as he readies his second to the par 4.
Oh, he's come out of the gates today beautifully, and there is another chance.
That one brushed in. It is a birdie here at 7. And he's into double figures now at 10 under par. Here we are at the 8th at Pete Dye's famed stadium course at the TPC Sawgrass. Rich Lerner alongside Frank Novelo. Frank, this is a hole that I really like.
And players do too, Rich, especially off that back tee where it must be about 80 yards of shoot that you go through before the hole actually starts to open up. And this green, 11 bunkers in total around the whole putting surface.
That's going to be on the putting surface, and a birdie look straight ahead. Yes, getting hot here just before the turn. That's birdies now at 7 and 8, and he'll move to 11 under par. Frank, the 9th is really a good par 5, isn't it?
There's so many options here. Just play it away, sort of 3-wood it down there, then go to the right and sort of wedge it on the green. But it's very tempting, especially in the right wind conditions. And that's if they're coming over your shoulder for a right-hander from right to left. Then this par 5 is very reachable.
Green pushing this one a little to the right.
Errant tee shot here, Rich, but going to have to muscle this one out of the rough. Decision time here at the par 5, and that lie really determines everything. Ball sitting on the pine straw. Just how far or how much can you get out of this lie?
Okay, that's acceptable there. Let's bring in Nota Begay III for a look at birdie.
Absolute perfect spot to putt from. Very little break, if any. He should be able to just run this right in.
Not to be a little short, but a good effort there. Just a tap in there for par at the 9th. And he's going to go out in 32, 4 under par. We start the inward 9 with a 424-yard par 4 dogleg left with trees on the right and a large bunker down the left. And the leaves took enough of the momentum off the golf ball that this is going to wind up in the bunker. A lot to worry about here as he digs in for his second.
More evidence of the long bunker shot and exactly how difficult it is. So now, put that in the back of your mind, grab that wedge out, chip it close, still make a par. Lovely pitch shot. Just nipped that ball off the turf. Just flew through the air beautifully. Sat down fairly quick as well. Good shot.
Safely in. It's a par here at the 10th. And this will remain a one-shot advantage. Now the time to be aggressive. Par 5, 558-yard, 11th hole, Frank. What's the key here?
Tee it high and let it fly. This is the big chance here. This is one of the widest fairways on the golf course. This is where you chance it all.
This one turning left a bit off the tee. That's what he wanted to do. After the tee shot, puts himself in really good position here on the par 5. Not much to this one. It's for birdie. Okay, that ball on line all the way. It's a birdie here at 11. And he's opened up a 2-shot lead here in round 2. Now to the par 4 12th, and it's a pretty short hole, Frank.
Yeah, Pete Dye often doesn't get enough credit for his short par 4s. This is a great example where one of the features of it is the blind second shot, just to give you a little bit of doubt on judging the distance. Too strong for this hole, eh? Ran out of fairway and into the rough. Big hit, though.
It is in the rough, but it appears to be a pretty good lie. Should have a go at this. His second now at the 12th. Now this for another birdie. Nicely done. 2 straight birdies here early on this backside. And he draws 3 shots clear on this Friday. Frank, so much focus on the back nine here at the stadium course of TPC Sawgrass on the 17th hole with the island green. I think 13 gets lost sometimes, but the pros know this is a really good hole.
Oh, it can be disastrous too. That's, I think, what you're referring to, Rich. There's a big ridge in the middle of the screen that bisects the top side with the bottom side on the left. So even when the flag's on the left, you don't have to go directly at it, because that normally causes the problem with the wooden bulkheads down the left side and obviously the water left of that. So something on the ridge can often run down towards the left. But we have seen the odd hole-in-one here over the years.
And that one not on the green, but not in a terrible spot either, sitting up in the short grass. Now from off the Bermuda grass is second at the par 3.
Lovely pitch shot. Just nipped that ball off the turf. Just flew through the air beautifully. Sat down fairly quick as well. Good shot.
Well judged. That is in for par here at 13. And this will remain a 3-shot lead. Frank, the 14th hole. A lot has happened here over the years.
I think it's the litmus test on the back nine. That's where things really start to heat up. It looks like a straightforward tee shot, but often the eyes wander to that water down the left side. And of course, if you think about that, you invariably fire the ball towards the right, where those hillocks and thick rough is, and virtually no chance of reaching the par 4 and 2.
Oh, a miss there. That is way right. Wayward from the tee, and this one is headed for the rough, Frank. So the lie appears to be decent, but he's got a lot of ground to cover here for his second. Didn't check, Frank.
Yeah, just not enough spin on that, really. I mean, that almost like took that first bounce and just ricocheted forward.
And this will be a 5-foot putt here. Okay, good putt. And a par here at 14. And he's going to hold on to that 3-shot lead. Frank, the 15th hole certainly has the respect of the professionals.
But you're right, this is a positional hole where just keep the ball down the left center. You can't go too far, though, because you'll get blocked out or you'll run out of fairway. From there, it's really about knowing where the flag is, what position on the screen, because this is another green that's not flat. If the second shot lands on the wrong portion of the green, it'll finish well away from the hole. Oh, that's a great tee shot. I know it doesn't count as a fairway hit, but when you're that far down there, the first cut is absolutely fine.
From just off the fairway, down the Noda.
He's got 95 yards to the front, 108 to the hole. The pin is stuck in the front right section of the green.
I imagine a miss club, because that ball sailed past the flag. Really just fortunate to stay on the back of the green.
Gonna have to give this a pretty good thump. This is well back there and into the hill. You might like this one. You might really like it. Oh, yeah, why not? From downtown, that in for a birdie here at 15. And he's now the leader by 4 here on this Friday. Frank, fans watching, they love excitement in the game. 16's an exciting hole, isn't it?
Well, that's where you get it, because you hear the roars. You start to see the big crowds that go all the way around 16, 17, and 18T. You feel where you are in the tournament too. A movement that starts at 16 can be carried all the way to the clubhouse.
looking for a strong finishing kick here on this Friday to get set up for the weekend, and that another good drive here. A good 200 yards away from a good lie in the fairway. Well, he obviously had enough to get it to the green with just a little bit left of target, though.
Yeah, lie's not too bad, so if you can show a little bit of maestro work around the green, you never know, something special.
Oh, man, absolutely can do no wrong. Dialed in, and that is an eagle, and this is a spectacular round of golf. Frank, it's the moment that makes it tough, isn't that right?
Yeah, you've made that walk from 16 green. It's 80 yards to the tee here. So as you walk along, and if your eyes venture to the right, you see it all in front of you. You see the crowd behind, and you realize this is the shortest par 3 on the golf course. But you also, if you think a little too hard, everything that you've seen over the years flashes through your mind.
Attack this iron green. That was sensational. So this has been an absolute clinic, and that nearly the capper with a hole-in-one, but instead it is just a tap-in birdie. Now to one of the most spectacular finishing holes in golf. 462-yard par 4 18th at TPC Sawgrass. Water guarding the entire left side of the fairway. Mounds and trees lining the right, as picturesque and difficult as they come. So simple when you're going good, doesn't it? And that is yet another solid drive. So Iona, this his second from the fairway.
Well, he's left himself 121 yards to the hole. And that wind is herring from left to right, so you need to factor that in as you start this ball.
And that one gonna be okay, although it does finish just off the green. Boy, that's well done right there. He barely touched that and got it to roll to a stop.
And believe me, it was much harder than it looked.
Okay, so that will wind up the par at the last. And this is going to be a second round score of 62. That's some lights out playing. So another look at the leaderboard, and you'll almost do a double take, Frank. Our featured golfer with a commanding lead through 36 holes.
So far, it's just been just a clinic again. I know I use that word a lot, Rich, but it looks like two different players. One at the top and, well, the chasers. Different league.
So for Frank Nobilo, Notable Gay III, Iona Stephen, and a cast of hundreds, I'm Rich Lerner. You've been watching PGA Tour Golf on EA Sports. So long, everyone.